Okay, there we are. We are live with more Grim Dawn today. So, I didn't realize that once you combine your classes, it like makes up a new thing. So I'm a shaman slash fighter. So I'm a warder now, which is kind of cool. But also, we wrapped up Act 2 on, Friday, which was kind of cool. Let me just make sure that I have everything going okay on this side here. We're good there. Going here, we're fine. We're very fine. Pull up my chats. So, hello chat, how you doing? All right. We have to. I really want to find this sacrifice thing because it's an Act 1 storyline in Whitemire. So if I do this correctly, not L. L is for that. If I look at... How do I look at... Oh, P to pause. How do I look at my journal, my skills window, my faction window, character window, codex window? Yeah, sacrifice. Follow the river outside the cabin where you found Isaac. Down to the river delta, you will find this stash hidden along the shore. Look for a loose tree stump. So his thing was here. Follow it down to the river delta. Maybe this is where I have to go? I don't know. We're gonna find out now. Right, I'm almost demigod-like. I think I have to take care of a bunch of these snake ladies. Scavenged plating. Get that heart necklace. So is it over here where there's a loose tree stump? Oh, it's supposed to be in Whitemire. I don't want to look up a guide for it. But we just might have to. Untouched meal. Alright, so that's the cabin. I think that's the cabin. Can't cross there, but there's a bunch of goodies. Let's get over there. I'm gonna run into those named bosses again, the heroes. The enemy heroes, or whatever they're called. Sodden Hollow we're in. I know we need the crystals for those shrines that pop up sometimes. dude is... Ooh, Monster Slayer. 25 heroic monsters. Oh. Nice. No loose tree stumps yet. We went on that one. We're doing this one here now. No loose tree stumps. Maybe on this side of the river? Oh, this is where we came up from. Okay. So... to this stuff. Definitely not here. If I were a tree stump, where would I be, stump? Probably should upgrade that ability there. That's a projectile. Once I level up in about 2 seconds, I hope. So close to leveling. What is it at? Need 79. Foggy Bank. They're doing their thing there. Does fighting these things down here even give me experience is my question. Because it does not look like it. I guess that's to prevent people from just like farming things unnecessarily or getting like overpowered in the starting zone. Maybe I gotta follow it up there. That would be my guess. No, keep that there. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna go up here. See if it's anywhere nearby. Then we're not in Whitemire. Although... Foggy Bank. Sodden Hollow. Chipped Claw. $78. So that's all. I got 1 experience for doing all of that. Loose tree stump, eh? Oh wow, we are... Yeah, I think it's because we're super overpowered for this zone. what? Handful of XP. What is a river delta? But that's where it, like, converges with something else. Nope, it's not here. Where is Isaac's treasure, dude? By the time I find it... Hey, Paradox. By the time I find this dude's treasure, I'm probably gonna be scaled too high for it. Cairn, Journeyman's Pack. Or a loose tree stump, they say. How you doing, Paradox? Tomorrow's your surgery, right? Hey, Muujin. What's going on, bud? I'm just trying to find this quest. Or find how to complete this quest about finding a stash at the delta of a river. Let me go back to the man who issued it, so maybe I missed something in the way he said it. Aw, man. I hope everything works out in your favor, and they get most, if not all, of the stuff taken care of. Nothing down here. I gotta go find Isaac. Trying not to become fish food. Are you hooked on Subnautica like I was? Because that game is... I think I got someone else to play it the other day. Well, I think Isaac is dead now. He won't speak to me. Did I get it, but it just didn't check off the quest, maybe? Hold on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna look up the answer to my query. Grim Dawn, Sacrifice, Quest. Alright, so... Like anywhere near it? There's actually a star where it is. I think. No, that's securing Burwitch. Alright, so if I look on where this guy's is... I'm in here. I gotta get out of here. I have an idea now of where this is. Was I right at all? You're in Whitemire for it. Hold on. If I were to look at my quests... How do I make you the only thing? Oh wait, can I? How do you? Huh? No way, it's all the way over there. It's in Whitemire. Just trying to look at the map and see if I could figure it out. It's supposed to be that you leave here and you follow the river to your location. But I legitimately don't see it anywhere. Foggy Bank. I wonder if this guy has his map turned the same way. He does, okay. I wonder if they changed things from when this guy did his thing here. And my Foggy Bank's like, is where I am. Over there? Is it over here? Because I haven't gone to that far end over there yet. Maybe? Really just, There's where they are there. Oh yeah, it's in a spot I haven't gone to yet. That makes the sense. It's over here. Okay, we continue. All right, let's go to there. All right, put an electric shock defense on your submarine. Yeah, that is my favorite thing for the sea moth. Is that? And Paradox says I went back to playing Final Fantasy. Is it Final Fantasy 12 ZA? I don't know what that is. What is ZA? Hiccup. No, I don't want those. So the area I have to go, which makes sense as to why I haven't seen it yet, is in here. Zodiac Age, okay. I never really got into Final Fantasy. The only one I ever played... There it is, Isaac Stash. The only one I ever played from cover to cover, from beginning to end, was whichever one they released on the DS over here. I know it's not the same canonical number as it is in Japan. I think it... What the hell was it? But all I remember was... There it is, quest complete. And what do you know? I'm already too strong for this. Re-release of the second version from Japan. Okay. Yeah, it does work on them, Mujin. It 100% works on them, but the only thing is they have to get fairly close to your ship. So, like, it's a gamble if you are fast enough with it. So, like, they might do a little bit of damage to your Seamoth. They might do a little bit of damage, but, like, you can survive it, obviously. Like, if it was one of the Reapers that grabs your ship, you can totally just shake them off at that point. This would have been like between 2003 and 2007. Probably like 2005 and 2007. I think it was FF3D. No, because I don't have a 3DS. Speak to Darlet in Devil's Crossing. Darlet's in here, right? Yeah. I speak to ye? How do I get into there? Boy. This year I have completed almost every game on all systems. Ah. Thanks for the timely rescue. Kasparov spared no time in putting me back to work, so I'm here for all your schematic needs. Just ask. Ooh, rescue Darlet. I need 25,000 experience to level up. So what do you do? Salvage? Oh. No, we're gonna... What is this? How does this salvaging work? Actually, Hate 16, it's Devil May Cry with a Final Fantasy title. I can't say one way or the other. I played one of the online Final Fantasies for a hot minute, though. When I was in a band, the guitarist was really into Final Fantasy, like online. So I played that. Never going out there again. We've already talked about that. I'm gonna sell this and this. Plus 7% to all damage. Plus to health, plus to offensive. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was because I had to level up to 23 to wear them. That's what it was. There he is. How you doing, buddy? I think it was Final Fantasy... we were playing 14, Whiskey? My band times... Yeah, I was in that from 2007 to 2008. Or was it 11? I don't know. There's so many Final Fantasies, I have no clue anymore. When you were actively playing 11? Okay. It was 14. I thought it was 14. And then is that the one that they did the whole Realm Reborn thing with? I don't remember. And we'll just sell this because we just move forward and make terrible decisions. Okay. Now repair the bridge since we're done here. .0 was a hot mess. Yeah, I think that's the one that we were playing, right? Yeah, we played it before it was reborn. We played it when it was still a realm in disrepair.
Kill the warden, eh? So one bastard killed another. Makes little difference when one survived.
What?
Just keeping my good eye on the time bomb in our midst. Go about your way, Taken.
This guy's a piece of poop. Alright, repair the bridge. And now Act 2 begins. Arkovian Foothills. Okay. I don't know which way I have to go. Kill Edmund Shanks Doyle. Tell me which way I have to actually go. I'm assuming it's this way because this is where all the people are trying to kill me. So I'm like, you probably all know Edmund. Where is he? Anything to break here? Yeah. Boots of survival, physique, spirit. No, I'll take this. No, I don't have any pet. Oh, pets! I have a pet. Yeah, I remember you distinctively having some kind of book in the practice space, Whiskey. And that's when I knew I was in over my head when it came to that game. Is my path up there. It was some kind of like, not a game guide, but it was like a thick paperback book for Final Fantasy, I believe it was. I'm not sure if it was for online or just in general, but it was some kind of gaming related book, and I'm like, I am in so much trouble. There's so much to learn. It wasn't like a player's guide or like a how to do all the things book. Maybe it was Ryan's? I don't know. It's very well. My memory is also poopy butthole, so I could be making all of this up. Yeah, so that might have been what it was then. You'll pay for this. Darius wants this prison, and when he finds what we've done, bits of blood, you'll wish I shanked you dead. Yeah, thanks, bye. Whoa. Report back to Moray. I want to finish clearing this place out. We don't just do the thing and run back. Although I probably should, because this is going to open up everywhere. Hey. Air heavy helm. No. I'm all about that lightning damage today. Not sure if I'm doing anything right, but... Hey. Listen, no, we're going two-handed here. Alright, that's... Okay, that's a cut-off path. Down here's nothing. Alright, go back to what's-his-face. Actually, hold on. Let's go a little bit more to the west there and get ourselves... We're just gonna go a little bit further west and we find ourselves a portal. Oh god, that's a lot of beasts. Holy heck. That's where I think we just were. I just want to get to that other rift gate and then go back to where I gotta go. I do love that ability a lot. Oh, I also leveled up. I could do things. Physique and spirit are my things I'm going to open up. And then I go more with soldier or shaman. Shamans are often called upon to bring in rain in times of heavy drought. The ritual has been manipulated by storm callers to conjure a swirling wind devil that lifts rocks and debris into the air, battering foes and ravaging them with harsh power of the elements. Or I can make the Briarthorn better. Zeke. Cunning, spirit, health, energy. If I go with soldier stuff, this is Zeke, cunning, spirit, health, energy. That's not bad either. It's like a second wind. I'm only going to go for the passives, I think, on the soldier. Maybe? Shaman. Chance to be used would be if I go 1, 2, 3. 1 in 4 shots, undue points. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's that. Summon a wind devil. I think for PoE 2, I'm gonna wait for that game to come out in 1.0 before I give it another shot, to be honest. Because I've already beaten the game, essentially. Like I've done the campaign. Like it's just I don't want to keep having to play a game over and over and over. Again, skeleton radius summons 3. Yeah, I hate seasonal models in games. I'll play through it if it's fun, cool, then I'll probably bounce off it. Like Diablo, I finished the campaign, did the end game as much as I could with my witch, and I doubt I'll ever play it again. PoE 2, I'll make a character, play through it, and then once I have to reset and play again, I probably never will. Again, I'm going to wait for 1.0 before I play any PoE content, and that's like a hard line in the sand for me. I got this guy, it's another summon. More of that. I could go hard with the summon. This is a howling wind. It's not necessarily a summon, but let's do that. I'm gonna put oh, hello. It is kind of a summon. Shaman's pretty badass. I keep seeing little bits of info drip and drab through my Steam following page for games, and it makes me happy that like so much is being done with them. But it's just like I wish early access wasn't this early in the access. Drew Larkin. All right, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back home. Yeah, L. Devil's Crossing. Report back to Mornay. Give me 2 seconds here. I got a thing I got to ban over here on Twitch. Ban. And the report. Bots. By viewers bot. Boom, done.
I trust that you are handling everything all right.
I've got some questions. Hey, Drib, how you doing, buddy? I was more than able to explore old Arkovia. The bridge was destroyed after his trek north. We thought he died out there, but it seems it takes more than bandits and ravenous beasts to tear down old Mornay. You were good, nice, dude. What'll happen to Burwich now? I imagine that in time we will reclaim it for humanity. The area is still overrun with the dead, though, so we will have to move carefully. How long do you think we can hold out here? The supplies we've got, I suspect we could last at least a couple months on strict rations. The prison itself is a solid... Oh, we read this last time. Never mind.
Well, did they
Can't sleep? I understand. Well, hopefully my gameplay will bore you enough that you pass out. Well, did they like our housewarming gift? I killed the man in charge by the name Shanks.
You work fast. I like that. We'll need more of that for what's coming next.
What's next?
Last I've seen his face, they almost hung him for a double homicide. The warden intervened at the last minute in favor of a life sentence in Devil's Crossing. Seems there were ulterior motives after all. Darius Cronley is the devil-made manifest, devious and manipulative with a penchant for sin of every kind. He's the one running this gang, and he's the one we need to go after next.
Doing data analysis. Okay. Nice.
We have to hit
I haven't had to
the
deal with
fast.
SQL in
No
so
room for
long.
a counterstrike. I've only seen a portion of their operations in the region, but they are really entrenched on the Foothills and Old Arkovia. Shanks surely wasn't Darius's only lieutenant, so I suggest you find the rest and kill them. We don't want one of them taking over after Darius is dealt with. I don't have any names for you, but they will probably have equally clever prison names as our dead friend Shanks. But to really end this, you need to cut off the head of this operation, Darius Cronley. If what I hear is true, you will find him hiding out in the mines underneath the Foothills. Lastly, my scouting partner Elsa must still be out there with them. If I venture to guess, Cronley has her in his clutches. Save her from that brute. I hear you are quite capable, so don't let me down. When you find yourself out there, I recommend you seek out a man by the name Quaid. He and his group forsook the peaceful ways of the Rovers in favor of fighting back against the outlaws. And I'm glad they did. It was Quaid's people that pulled me from the jaws of death.
What happened to Elsa? I set out with another scout, Elsa to reconnoiter the lands to the northwest shortly after we had secured Devil's Crossing. What we found was a wasteland overrun with predatory beasts, blood-hungry psychopaths, and refugees living in constant terror on the run. Our mission together ended when a vicious band of outlaws surprised us in the night. Elsa had argued against having a fire that night, but I was sure we were... Oh, I read this already. Okay. Yeah, sequels definitely... Sequels, if you're new to it, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you understand like the ins and outs of building queries, you can basically do anything in that world. Scarlet Inventor. So I guess I have to bring schematics to them? But I don't understand. What's going on over here? Not much. Everything's just more of the same. It's the same with programming. Once you understand logic, like if then, do this, while, do this, until, and like for loops, like that's basically all you really need to know to write an algorithm. It's just the ins and outs, like the basic flow of logic, and then you have to learn the syntax of your programming language of choice to accomplish the task at hand. So it's not like, okay, hold on. You don't have to learn every single in and out of a language. Same thing with SQL. You don't have to learn all the ins and outs, just like what you have to do to accomplish your task and understand how to do the thing. You there, hear a dying man out. What happened to you? Backstabbed by my partner, the only man I thought I could trust on this forsaken hellhole. We were traveling, cart full of scrap. We salvaged from some rundown homes, when I guess the bastard decided that splitting the profits 50-50 was just wasn't going to cut it. He jumped me in the middle of the night and stabbed me right in the gut. Made off with all the loot and left me here to die. If you ever run into a man in patchwork green jacket going by the name Isaiah, cut him down. Don't suppose he got too far down the road pushing the cart by himself. I'll track him down. I'll go get you, guy. Exactly. Exactly, Drib. So I'm guessing I have to follow this. All these lackeys. Isaiah Redden, how you doing? Who the hell are you? What do you want from me? Are you Isaiah? I'm here about your partner. That swine ain't dead yet? Let me explain. This is a huge misunderstanding. Make it quick. Drew is worthless scum. This mess wasn't about the Hall of Scrap. That bastard tried to do stuff to my daughter, Josephine, when we were last camped out. I confronted him and he got violent. Riding out there along the road is the least he deserved for just trying to overpower a young girl. There we go. Anything else? So, they're not bad. Hold on. That guy was a bad guy. Can I go by and, like, you know, end him? Who's all these guys? I forget how much this game is, but so far it's worth it. And the best part is, there's no seasons, I think. Playing a lot of, yeah. I noticed, every time I pop on Steam, it shows me my list of friends and what they're playing. And I saw the games you're playing, I'm like, okay. Is it one of those FMV kind of games? Or is it like Leisure Suit Larry kind of game? This just doesn't stop here. Visual novel, okay. Why are these guys coming out in droves, is my question. Missed a meal somewhere. Here it is. That was all Cronley's crew, or his crones. Another dead end. Crumbling watch. Going on over here. A lot of modded Minecraft? Cool. I think the only way I'll ever get back into Minecraft is if I do play with some kind of mods. But also there's so many other games that like I really want to play. These whirlwinds are always around now. Okay. What's in this cave? Hello. Give me all your stuff. Reputation with the rovers has increased. I don't even know who the rovers are at this point. I'm out here slicing through phantoms. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading chat for a second. Out of Minecraft, I suggest you download either FTB or CurseForge. CurseForge, I remember there being something weird about them. I just got wrecked. Gotta find my stuff. I think it's in this... Actually, I think it's through this cave. I think they both connect. Sometimes they do that. Yeah. Okay, so my stuff is in here somewhere. I don't know what happens if I don't get it back in time. Let's put this guy here. There we go. Wow, a shrine. Start. Devotion point. Okay, so now I can go and do more constellation stuff. Hey, it's like Valheim. Amulet, take it. Chain belt of the wild. It's 24. Offensive and element. This is more armor though. Spirit defense, energy. No. Right, so devotion. We were working towards. We did this one. Did I want to do that? No, I didn't want to do that. We started on this one. Lightning damage. Lightning retaliate. Okay, so Wraith is actually what we wanted to do. But also, I think we wanted to go down here. The purple stuff. Zeke. Freeze. No, we want lightning. Health regen. Aether fire, no, we don't want that. Affinity requirement. Okay, so this is... Yeah, we'll go for this guy. We'll do that one. Cool. Oh. Let's get my stuff back. What's down here? I want to know just where I'm summoning down lightning from inside this cave is my big question. So when I do my left click attack, it misses more often than not. When I do my right click and summon down lightning, that does all the work for me. What do these frozen hearts do? That's like terrible. More damage to undead would be great for now. Alright, let me get my stuff back. No, we're a two-handed crew over here. If I could find a better weapon than this scythe, then I'll take it, but... Up here... Alright, remember the heal button. That's absolutely vital when you're fighting someone with a skull.
Can't do that.
Oof. Heal. My pet back.
Can't do that.
Oh.
Can't do that yet.
This man likes to inflict, weakened on you. What the actual frick? Okay. Yeah, so when you die in this game, you don't, like, lose durability of weapons and stuff. You lose XP, which I don't want to do. No. Skull Fetish of Mending. Bleeding damage. No, I don't do any bleeding damage. Just sell it, I guess. Whatever I don't put on, I guess I'll just sell. Speak to Quaid at the Rover Camp in Old Arcadia. So my goal is to get to there. That's my main mission. Okay. I have a skull fetish, apparently. It's right here. Insulating skull fetish of hungering rifts. Or the bloodletter skull fetish. How you doing, Hen? Oh, this goes on this side here. And this goes in here. I got a gun. I forgot I have a gun. I'm doing good. I can't really complain, sir. We wrapped up Act 1 on Friday in this game, and now we're doing the Act 2 shenanigans. I gotta find this guy called Darius Cronley and put an end to him. Elizabeth Skinner. I don't want to go down there just yet, but I might. Well, the path I have to take is that way. We're in the Arkovian Foothills. I want to explore everything here before we move on. Nice there, Drib. Give me 1 second. I gotta check something real quick. Did I do this properly? Yeah, this is good. Okay. Making sure I set everything up properly. Because sometimes I do things wrong. There we go. Game paused. Ooh. Kaimon's Retreat. Bristly fur. What's in here? What's in your wallet? Nothing to get here. Well, then you need to go to an optometrist, Mr. Head. Hyman's Scripture. They mocked us and collect 20 lore notes. They mocked us and drove us out. They called us heretics and madmen. They thought our great prophecy and purpose was fanciful and ridiculous. Woe unto them! Behold the divine wrath that has been delivered unto the believers in remaking of the world. Our prophecy has come to pass, and I hear not laughter anymore. I hear only deathly silence. Doom has befallen the wicked, the ignorant, and the indolent. Only we chosen few who have trained and prepared our bodies and our souls to weather the cleansing of the world will survive and thrive against this death and decay. Look to your right and to your left, in front and behind you. You see the faces of your hallowed brothers and sisters bonded together in this unholy quest. We have been tasked with the sacred duty to extinguish the last remnants of corruption and reseed the purified land with our progeny so that the new dawn can arise. Take strength in each other and the knowledge that we are destined to fulfill this divine purpose. Long have we prepared for this moment, and our time of concealment is ending. We will strike forth boldly northward and to our destiny. Not let the faithless, the corrupted, or the demonic stand in our path, lest our divine wrath be visited upon them. Now muster, my children, gather only the belongings that can profit us in our holy war, and let us march forth from this humble refuge into destiny. Wow. The price tag for this game? Let me see. Grim Dawn, store page. $25. There is, I think, like an Ultimate Edition and whatever, but that's like because there's a couple of DLCs that came out. But so far, the base game is worth it. Stand back, I'm burning the shack down. My family does not need to suffer any longer in this horrible world. Wait a minute, they're in there. Stay out of this, it's for the best. Look, things are bad, but we can't lose hope. What hope is left? Good people are dying and the world is overrun with monstrosities we used to spook our children with. I will not have my family suffer any longer. I come from Devil's Crossing. It's safe there. Safe? What's safe anymore? We were safe out here too. Look at this place now. We defend it. There is shelter. There's drinking water. Please join us. Perhaps this is the fresh start we needed. I really hope you speak the truth. So basically, Mans was about to burn his family alive. And then I'm like, wait a minute. There's a town. You can take your family there, I swears. He's like, okay, I trust you. I trust you fully and completely. Kaimon's Retreat. The bees! Oh, I got the wrong weapon on. There we go. Is fighting over here just to, like, get materials like those bristly furs and the claws and stuff? Or is there anything out here that's worth pillaging? Iron bits. Iron bits are your currency in this game, in this world. We've explored as far south as we can go. Nothing here. Bells of Stone Fist? No, we're not pugilists. Hey. I'm not sure. This might also be on like GOG too, GOG, not just Steam. Level 24. Let's go. Let's put another physique. Let's do not devotion, but soldier or shaman. These are pretty good. I should do like 1 round of shaman, 1 round of soldier. Alright, down there's all explored. It's also on GOG? Okay, yeah. I would say, like, as much as I love having all of my stuff in one place for simplicity, GOG, the idea of GOG with no DRM, and they also have so much more, like, a back catalog of, like, retro games that, you know, won't work on modern machines. Totally worth it. Pierce cold? No. Let's get it for monies. Alright, keep going. There's a game I bought on GOG. Called Nox, N-O-X. It was my first ARPG that I ever played, and I loved it. I'm thinking about it does cover journal. Thinking about maybe playing that one day on stream. Let's kill the horde of undead before I start reading a book. Some dead man's diary. Tsunami has reached 4. Nice. Oh yeah, bring out my tornadoes of, like, electrocution? It's weird. Revenant. Alright, read the journal. If these crumbling stones could speak, what tales would they tell? 1,000 years of history lost to the ravages of time. What wonders and horrors have these stones seen? The splendor of a shining kingdom and the corruption that brought it all crashing down, all told within a few bits of rock. All of it is lost now, only fragments remain in the old tombs and the forgotten places. I often wonder if King Rohan was deceived, that by abdicating his throne he brought about the very thing he wished to flee. I also wonder how many of those last lords of Arkovia fled to this once great fortress to escape their collapse of their empire, the great Arkovian Watch, guarding the southern borders. Did they hide in a futile hope of being overlooked by the rampaging peasants who sought them out for their greed and arrogance? Or did they fight to the last? Were they captured and hung from the walls of their own strongholds? Or did they flee into the catacombs only to perish among the relics of the past? Wow, this is a lot of lore. I sit here now and wonder what my fate will be. Among the ashes of the past. Will I join them, equally forgotten, or will the bandits and horrors now stalking the world find me in this hiding place and tear me apart? Not sure it matters anymore. All the knowledge I've gathered, all the scrolls and tomes and memoirs that I've written, none of them matter. The world is gone, lost to time as great as the great Arkovian Empire. We have been reduced to savages, fighting for scraps of food and blankets like packs of wild dogs. We murder one another for a place to sleep and sacrifice our friends and family to blood cults and the vain promises of safety. I always question whether the history of the Erewhon would stand the test of time as Arkovia had before us. Now I'd rather we were not remembered at all. Scribe Fagin of Burwich. Some of this stuff is like heavy and dark. I like it. Oh, also, members of chat, this Friday, I'm going to put a poll up. Oh, I think it is extremely grim. I also learned what Grim Dawn was, like, in relation to this game. So, it's kind of neat that it does tell you things. It's not like they're holding it to the very end. Grim Dawn is the event that sparked all of this currently, where the dead rise. The old ancient spirits possess people. Because the opening cutscene, basically, you're possessed by one of these, what is it called? One of these aether beings. And they are the ones responsible for all this. Because they're upset that they were here first. Humans are ruining everything, and they want to take it all back. But I was saying, I'm going to put a poll up. This Friday is my birthday. I was wondering, would you guys be down for like an earlier stream in addition to the 7 p.m. stream? Or try to like do a day, like a full-on stream-a-thon kind of thing? Business as usual. Switch up the game. I don't know whatever to do for my birthday when it's on a stream night, but I'll probably put something up in the chat unless you guys have suggestions in put a poll up on YouTube unless you guys have suggestions in the chat. Hello, pleased to meet a friendly face out here. Bandits don't usually grant us the courtesy. Since you were traveling these parts, I was wondering if you could help us out. What do you need? Our elder Matthias has gone missing following a recent raid on our camp. The elder was determined to keep our talisman, a precious relic of my people, away from their greedy hands, so he fled into the nearby ruins when the bandits showed up. It has been several days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst. Please, if you find yourself exploring the ruins of West Stoughton Mine, seek out Elder Matthias, or Matthias. If it is as I fear, the elder is dead, please at least recover the talisman. It's a small object carved from bone and carries great spiritual significance to us. We would be eternally grateful for its return. I got a lot of quests. Bernard. Like, play a variety of games that day? That might not be a bad idea. Greetings, stranger. A pleasure to meet someone who doesn't begin a meeting with weapons. Can't say the same for the gang up the hill to the east. Marathon of me playing. Okay. So, like, schedule, like, a couple hours per game kind of deal? Maybe just play a bunch of demos or whatever? Violent and bloodthirsty murderers, all of them. Everything we despise in this world, and now they've set up a barricade along the road to trap travelers such as ourselves. We've set up a camp here while we decide what to do. The best course of action would be to blow that barricade, allowing our brothers and sisters of the road to travel in peace. However, we lack the means to do so. Say, you look like a capable sort, let's make a deal. Staunton Mine to the west of here is abandoned, but it may have some explosives. That's what I need for the stuff back in Act 1. If you recover some dynamite and use it to destroy that wretched blockade, I could offer you some coin for your troubles. Sure. Spin the wheel of games, 1 hour max per hour. Project Ascension. I have not, actually. I saw something recently, some kind of like Project Ghost, which was like an MMO detailing. MMO. I gotta go to the mine to the west. Hold on. Hold on. WoW, but level up is faster. I mean, WoW is... I don't know. WoW... This feels like single-player WoW at times. Clearing the way. Alright, platinum run on Resident Evil 3 Remake. Takes about 6 hours to... I'm not a fan of Resident Evil, to be honest. Although I did like Dead Space. Wondering, do we maybe do community games that day? If peoples are around? Like Rockin' and Stonin' and stuff? Unholy Inscription. Oh, that's those. Create a mashup of spells and abilities and form and classes and whatnot. That's actually kind of cool. Is it on Steam? Hold on. Check something. Project Ascension. Or is it something like on its own? Decline all cookies. Oh, this looks like just a clone of WoW with the art style on their website, dude. Like this right here. This just looks like a WoW clone. They might get in trouble. That's very, very WoW coded. Is it free? Or do you have to pay for this? Because that might be a separate download, but that seems questionable. WoW modded, so you're okay. So basically, they're running their own server of a modded version of WoW. That's interesting, if that's the way it is, because Blizzard doesn't like to give up the monies. Because if it's like, yeah, it's WoW, but it's free. That's weird. That's weird that it's still up. Nothing down there. I just really dig the level design of this game. I like the idea of proc gen, but when you get something like this, handcrafted and everything else, it's so much better. Done it for a while. Maybe it's just so under the radar, like, they don't view it as a problem. Probably because WoW does massive numbers. Hello? Elder Matthias, please, stranger, take the talisman. I carried it away from my camp to prevent bandits from stealing it, but nature has passed judgment, and hey, I'm talking to a dead man. Knock it off. I was in the middle of reading his stuff. Now I'll never know what he had to tell me. It's only the first few titles up to Lich King. I don't know. WoW itself, if it's just WoW modded, I'm probably going to pass. I tried playing WoW again not too long ago, and it was just something about the controls of WoW, the way it plays. It doesn't vibe in my head. Alright, return this to the guy. I've been watching somebody play, of all games, Lord of the Rings Online, Latro, for a while. And that also brings back memories with whiskey.
ready.
short-lived. I think we played WoW longer than we played Latro, but the fact that that game is still around is huge to me. And there's also Elder Scrolls Online. But I'm like half on the fence with like live service MMO games, because it's like that guy's got a skull for a marker. He will run away and take care of everything else. Is so electrocute is different than lightning damage. I'll take this. This goes here. This goes here. Yeah, electrocute is different than lightning damage. Okay. Access to PS2 streaming. I do not have access to a PS2. I actually just got a modded Wii U. Pixie's brother. Technically my brother-in-law. I could start saying that. What the hell was that music? The noise. Modded the hell out of a Wii U. Basically to have tons of games from like Nintendo's back catalog, plus Sega. So maybe one of these days I'll console stream. There was one game, though, he couldn't find that I was really looking forward to. It was for Nintendo 64. Does anybody else remember the game Jet Force Gemini? Because I have a distinct memory of that game. And also, if anybody else remembers Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. Because now, I don't have Jet Force Gemini because that one he couldn't find, but Mystical Ninja? The nostalgia runs deep on that one. Spined carapace, okay. Ectoplasm. So what does this stuff here actually do? So I could slot this. Attack rate. Oh, 5% of attack damage converted to health. Oh. So a life leech. And you have fire, lightning, and electrocute. I've just been collecting all these things here. Resist, pierce, bleed, fire, armor. Oh, dude, this is nuts that I've been, like, sleeping on this. Cracked lodestone. But I had a better lodestone. Attuned. I'll do the cracked lodestone on you. Warp's dust. I was trying to see if any of these, like, does anything different. Physical damage. Bristly fur. Ooh, and constitution. Battered shell. No. That's nuts that you could just, like, change up everything on your... So this is plus physique, cunning, and spirit. I like this. Some of these grant skills, too. Lightning Nova. Probably swap this to Lightning Nova, actually, and then put over here the Wind Devil summons. How do you... So why? Maybe I'll do that. I'll have this be my... Briar, and this one be my Wind Devil. And then just clear this out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Charlie. Now I should be buffed up a bit. Didn't really realize that that was the thing. Super Mario World? Which one is that? What system was that one on? Talking about, like, original NES, like Super Mario? We're talking, like... That was Mario 64. SNES. I never had the Super Nintendo, so yeah. Like one dynamite to destroy. Done. You have cleared the barricade. Okay. There, that's done. Now I go back and talk to Bernard. I think. I have an idea. How about this? From here, make a portal. Hop into you, which is right outside where those people are. Turn this in and then hop back. That's the plan. Any luck in our search? I found him. He's a great loss to our people. Elder Matthias did all he could to keep our talisman from bandit hands. And it seems he had given his life to preserve his duty. Tell me, did you find the talisman? I could lie and I'll be truthful. At least his death was not in vain. Thank you. The return of this talisman will lift the spirits of the people. 3,000 iron and reputation. At least his death was not in vain. Okay, yeah, keep that. Okay, whatever. Welcome back to our humble camp. So nothing left for you to say. Up here, we've destroyed the barricade. 500. More of that. Ooh, inventory bag size. So it definitely pays to, like, talk to... I have 2 tabs of this stuff now. All the purple stuff. What's this? This is a slith necklace. Goes in there. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so we finished all the quests here. Detonation site, that's where we're going to go back to. You level up kind of quick in this game too, which is nice. Hey. Once you actually start expanding into areas that are your level. No, that's not what I'm going to look for. I thought I would actually dislike the way that this plays with the point and click to move and everything, but it's actually quite nice. Alright, so that's the way to go up over there. I want to explore this before we keep going north to Arkovia. What is up here? There's still gunmen? Get out of here. The only problem I think I'm going to have with Friday and doing like a wheel of games, right, would be playing them only for an hour. You just about get a feel for the game and where it's going. Like when I do those things on Wednesdays, which we're not going to have this week. There's no Let's Try this week. I just couldn't find a demo that I jived with. You just start getting into it and it's like, okay, switch it up. It's like, I don't know if I want to do that. The only way I think that would work is if I started playing demos of games. Maybe. Alright, so that's everything there. I'm very on the fence about what to do. Or do I just keep it like normal? Play this game for an extended period of time? I don't know. So now we're going to go up on this bridge. Rocky Coast. Bug hideout? Little bug cave? What's down here? Nothing. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Royal jelly we collect down here. What is royal jelly good for? Probably a crafting item. These are all those things. going to keep that where it is. Plus 17% to all damage is huge. Alright, so I can't go that way. It's blocked. Would I have to go to the mines every time I want to get dynamite? Like, every single time? We got this queen. Sting of protection. More physical damage. Acid damage. So I have more percentage of health. More physical damage. Offensive ability. I'll take that. Shrewd Ribbon of the Winter Storm. No. I do feel like a new weapon is in order soon, though. Right, that's all this cave had to offer. Okay, we got it. Iron bits we gotta go collect. Corpse dust. I wonder if you can combine, like, at somebody in town. Go to them and say, like, I have 7 piles of corpse dust. Can you make it where it's one better? If, like, 10 corpse dust equals, like, corpse fragment. A couple of fragments equal, like, a corpse finger. Anytime I think about corpse dust, I just think about to get stuff to be like a fine powder. It's usually you gotta put in a grinder, and then I'm just thinking about Cannibal Corpse. Because everything's gotta be put in a corpse grinder. Ooh, a shrine. Put a frozen heart. You got it, buddy. I'll take it for selling. One-handed. All these things are like one-handed, and I want them to be more than that. Lightning damage. Oh, I've got a skill I can put on. Let's put on to Spirit. Magical damage, yeah. Let's do Soldier this time. So if I do this, it's Physique, Cunning, yeah, Physique. Sting of the enemy blows, rouses your anger instead, adding extra force. So when I yeah. New Harbor. How close are we towards where we're trying to go to? We're at New Harbor here. We went to Staunton Mine, Rocky Coast, New Harbor. We're almost at Old Arkovia. I also like the fact that it takes a little bit of time to get to your destination. It's not just like the next like story beat, like pip over. It's like an actual trek to get to where you gotta go. That fast travel actually feels like a convenience. Old Arkovia, we done made it. There's our rift. It's all in here. What do you want? Look, I don't mean to be rude, but we don't need another drifter hanging around causing trouble. It would be best if you please just continue along your way. No problem, just passing through. I'm just gonna go try to raid your stores. Nothing here, nothing here. Just passing through. Kindly disregard me rummaging through your personal belongings. So there's nothing down here. Can I get through this to the outside? No, that's just a decoration aesthetic. Alright, so we have a couple of people to talk to, a couple of different story beats. Alicia, unless you want to work, you should turn around and head back out of here. We have nothing to give and we don't need anyone stirring up trouble. What's going on? What's happening is we're trying to stay alive, and that means toiling for Cronley's gang. We're a ragtag collection of survivors who either wandered in here looking for protection or were captured by Cronley's thugs and put to work. Cronley's men use us in whatever way they please, and it's a hard life, but this place is better than what we knew out there on the road. I'll endure anything to keep my daughter safe, and at least for now, she's too young for Cronley's men to bother with. Anything I can do to help? Silas over there makes sure that we stay in line and meet Cronley's quota. The waters have grown increasingly dangerous, and we've struggled to catch enough fish, but we can probably fill our nets in time for the tribute. We still have to gather scrap, though. We cannot miss our quota. The last time that happened, Silas took one of the children back to his camp, and we never saw her again. Please, if you truly want to help, gather the scrap for our tribute and deliver it to Silas. However bad things may seem for us, they can only get worse. Cronley's gang hold all the hills overlooking New Harbor, and they're sure to notice if Silas went missing. The retribution will be severe, so please don't do anything stupid. My nose is itchy. We're the ones who will suffer for it. I could take you all to Devil's Crossing via a rift. There's trade to offer, but we cannot leave. The refugees here have become like family to one another. Some of the children are being held up by Cronley's men as insurance against us leaving. We all look out for one another here, and we know if any one of us left, those who remain would be punished for it. Sure, I'll help you with the tribute. Alright. I got all your scraps. Jebediah, I hear you're going to help us with our tribute. Thank you, stranger. If there only were more of you out there in this forsaken world. I mean, I'm not the nicest guy. Hey. So they're all overlooking this village. Are you sure they wouldn't see a man summoning down lightning to cast, to attack your people? Like, that's a weird thing to pass an eye on. Oh, I have 53 scrap. Yeah, we're good. What are you coming near me for? Get back to work. What are you doing here? New to the village, eh? See, this place here is under our protection. Mind your business and scram. How much coin would it take to make you leave? Now you're talking my language. Look, I don't much care for this joint, and a bit of coin sure might raise a man's reputation up above, see? Give me 2,500 iron bits, and I'll tell Darius his place ain't worth no trouble no more. Here, take the monies. Resolve the situation in New Harbor without resorting to violence. Look at that, that was easy. Good, good. Glad to be done with this slith hole. Now get out of here before I might change my mind. You better be gone when I return. There we go. You're all done. I paid your tab. Have you delivered the scrap? I bribed him so he leaves you alone for good. Ooh, 2,500 XP plus 3 scraps. Thank you. I never would have imagined that we would be free of this oppression, but it appears Silas's loyalty could be bought. Please take the scrap we collected for the tribute. It's the best we can do. You have more to say? We're finally free of that. Glad I could help. Okay, cool. Why are you still there with the green? I'm going. Got my money to spend. Got money to spend anyhow. Okay, you. Now that the outlaws are leaving us alone, I wonder who will keep the beasts out. Hey, Frank, how you doing? You can join us in Devil's Crossing. I'm leaving my father's home for some rundown prison. We'll get by, we always do. Okay, so now you're not yelling at me anymore, which is nice. Doing good? Nice. Real nice. I was asking chat before you got here. Friday is my birthday, right? I have to go to the mine every time. Friday is my birthday. I don't know what I'm going to do for it, like, streaming-wise. I think last year is when Once Human was out. So I think I just did, like, a long birthday stream of Once Human. I think I was also streaming during the week. Like, during the daytime. But, like, if there's enough interest, I'm thinking maybe I'll do a daytime stream. It's not my normal time. But if people want to see it, I'll do it. I'm gonna go back to the mine to get dynamite every single time. Oh, we're friends now. Look, I didn't know what I was getting into with Cronley until he had his hooks in me. Sure, I knew Cronley's reputation, but I figured, hey, I'd done some bad work myself. I just didn't count on how deep his darkness went. First, I thought this is a man with some vision, a leader who can cut a cushy life for us here by living fat off the spoils of rovers and the toil of lesser folk. Things just keep getting more twisted, though. Cronley's closest men became fanatics, following his every command, no matter how depraved or bizarre. They stuck these damn green crystals in their flesh and became freakishly strong. The things he ordered done to folk, sometimes just for sport, I couldn't take it no more. He made a brutal example of people who defected in the past, but I figured out a way. You see, I was captured. I didn't really defect. You see that, right? That's the thing. I don't know what I want to do. You're always welcome here. Please, I'd be interested in the tale of Arkovia. The ruins that dot the landscape here were once part of a thriving culture in ancient times. Arkovia prospered by acting as a trade hub between the western lands and the Great Lake. From the little fishing village of New Harbor, which is hardly a harbor at all, and the stone pylons of Arkovia's once massive docks can be seen jutting out from the water, the wood long rotted away. How did it fall? Arkovia was a proud city, but its people were overly obsessed with war and titles. The nobility constantly maneuvered and plotted against one another, sometimes landing Arkovia into civil war. Some seasons, little was planted as the common men from different fiefs were called to arms by lords squabbling with one another. Eventually, society collapsed, and a weakened Arkovia became easy prey to outside powers. Kind of like how Rome did its thing. Provinces were lost and the domain of Arkovia contracted. Yet, the city itself was never conquered by foreign foes. Its death was far more sinister. So what happened? In the final years, decades after Rohan, the last king of Arkovia and the father of Rowari, abdicated the throne, the great houses came to outright war over the vacant throne. Eventually, an oligarchy formed, comprised of the most powerful remaining houses. Each was ever maneuvering and plotting against the others, all believing that if they could only seize power for themselves, they could usher in a new golden era for the city. The machinations wrought only destruction and misery, hastening Arkovia to its ruin and driving them in turn to pursue desperate measures that brought them ruin on a catastrophic scale. Its weight is still heavy upon this land. Whoa. The final doom of Arkovia, that which has cursed these lands ever since, was indeed delivered by the necromancers. Necromancy is an ancient art, but it's flourished during the early days of Arkovia's history. That is, until it was outlawed. Necromancers were hunted down and jailed in the steppes of Torment. There they were punished for their transgressions against nature, but the dark art could never fully be stamped out. It's said that one of the necromancers imprisoned in the tower never aged, even after decades of imprisonment, and they found out that he could not be killed by any means within their power. He was known by the name Ouroboros. His seeming immortality turned against him on the torturer's table. In the end, though, he had his vengeance. As Arkovia waned, the oligarchs became increasingly desperate and driven to extreme measures. When they learned of Urobaruk and his strange immortality, they were foolishly intrigued. The great houses lusted for the secret knowledge by which they could achieve immortality for their bloodlines, and they thought to compel that knowledge from the necromancer. Urobaruk played upon their desires and betrayed them with a false ritual that they were all too eager to believe. The souls of the Arkovians were bound eternally to their cursed city with their mortal flesh decayed. Is there something you're holding back? Yeah, the most terrible part of this tale. I thought not to speak it, but you seem determined to seek the full truth. The last part of this tale is of the children birthed after the ritual's magic had taken hold. They entered this world horribly deformed and inhuman. Their feet were said to be clawed, and from their backs sprouted diseased plumage like feathers of birds who feast upon the dead. Not many venture into the broken hills anymore, but those who do say these accursed children of Arkovia have endured now and prey upon travelers who pass through those lands. Thus, the doom of Arkovia was complete, wiping out the past and future bloodlines of great houses and cursing these lands to this day. That is a wild history lesson. Alright, let's give this to you.
Weapons where I can see them.
Mornay sent me. It's Quaid. Anytime I hear the name Quaid, I think of Total Recall. So he did make it across the river. He was one tough son of a slith. Still has a bullet in him to prove it. If Mornay sent you, then he must think we can help each other out. Care to put those weapons of yours to use? Yeah, sure. Crowley's gang is well armed and experienced. We are not. This is not the battle we're going to win by running in there head on. We need to cripple them. This is where you come in. The outlaws have a series of forges similar in making to the one behind me, scattered throughout the 4 hills. If you destroy them, Darius's men won't be able to rearm themselves. I understand that this may not be your problem, but I am willing to make it your problem for some iron. What do you say? I'm a sellsword is what it says. Speak to the Skinner in the crossing. Destroy the forges around 4 hills. Where is 4 hills? To the north. I'm assuming that I can't go up this way. I can go up this way. Oh no, I can't go up that way. And then this road over here seems blocked off. I need more dynamite for that. There seems to be nothing here. Okay, so this is the only way I can go up top over there. This game is very, very good. Considering I think it came out in 2016, this is a very good game. Disarming the enemy up there. That's a mine to get the dynamite for what I gotta do. Oh, hey now. Hey. Want to take it easy? Thank you. This is the 4 hills up here. Oh, you're 2 above me. Don't matter much. Means I'll level up quicker. That's a level 28. There we go. Got him. Miasma robes. Acid damage, poison damage, offensive ability. Releases a cloud of toxic gases which choke and confuse your enemies. Oh, what we're in that? Thunderstruck, Pitmaster's Axe of a Clarity. Let's wear this, maybe? Adds to spirit. Armor rating go up. Yes. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, I've been kind of understanding how ranking up and the builds work in this game now. I haven't done any, like, reading. I think that was also part of the reason why I'm kind of maybe disenchanted with Path of Exile. I followed a guide for a bit of it, and it kind of took the fun out of it. Like, this is fun because I'm actually crafting my dude as I go along. Hold on. We're on your side. Don't kill us. My side? Why are you in a cage? The stuff going on up there, that's nothing compared to what's in the mine. Cronley's building himself an army of Ascended, and we want nothing to do with it. Of course, you don't take too kindly to people leaving his little cult. Got caught trying to leave. Now we're waiting our turn with the Pitmaster. I'm talking over here. With the Pitmaster over here. He tears people apart like an animal. I don't want to be here when he gets bored with the guts splattering on the arena walls. You let us go, we won't cause trouble no more. Look, Crowley's gone off the deep end and crazy with power from those green crystals. I've seen what he does with the inner circle. Takes them to a secret room where he plunges shard into their flesh, and that's when I was sure I wanted out of this gig. I get it, you're here to end it. You're one of them good people, but I can help you. Let us go and I'll tell you where he hides the big crystal. I'm listening. There, I thought you were going to kill us. Alright, so Cronley didn't leave. Don't leave the mine much no more. He's too busy creating more of his Ascended. You're going to have to get through them before you even see his ugly mug. But if you somehow survive, check behind Cronley's bed. There's a gap in the wall that leads to his little hideout. That's where Cronley does all his twisted experiments. Wreck the place, and nobody's going to think twice about using those crystals. Get out of here, you. I like that there's an option for, like, you know, good, and then there's an option for, like, yeah, I'm just going to murder everything. One forge. Gone. I think the other forges are no threat. Oh, that's where Cronley is. Disarming the enemy is the other forges down here somewhere? What? Okay. Nothing there. Mine entrance. Okay, so that's what it is. Probably the mine entrance is where Cronley is. Oh, hello. I'm gonna get up there, and I'm gonna get you. More dynamite. There goes that one. No, I'm not gonna use that. Yeah, it doesn't matter, like, when the dude who's coming after you has, I would assume lightning would be the thing you don't want the high ground against. You know what I mean? Like, I've got the high ground perfect. Nowhere for you to hide. Hey. Let's get down there now. I do like as you get closer to things, it tells you on the mini-map on the top right, saying like, okay, your objective is somewhere near here. That's a lot of poison I'm giving off now. Lightning damage. I'll wear these instead. What'd I put on there? Unholy inscription. You would think gun wins in a battle with a scythe, but not here. Okay. There ain't nobody or nothing over here. Oh, there we go.
That skill's not ready.
Take those. There we go. Clicked away by mistake. No worries, Paradox. I'm here. No worries, my friend. None at all. There's more forges than the mission requires you to destroy. That's kind of cool. We just got new boots that are 155. Which takes away a bunch of physique. Let's keep these on. Damage to undead. Alright, now we're gonna go find Cronley. What kind of build am I doing? I don't know. I picked Shaman because it seemed different than most of what I play in ARPGs. So I'm kind of going like a melee lightning build. So I'm like a Shaman soldier. So now I'm a, what they call it, a warden. And I'm just vibing as I go. I have no particular goals in mind. It's just whatever seems kind of cool to do as I go along. Because this is my first time ever playing this game here. I have not looked into any guides or anything really. I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. Cronley's hideout rift. Okay, so that's good. So in case something happens, here we go. Be now. Oh, that's a skull man. That's probably that's Moneybags Martin. Take care of all the mobs first. Should be able to take him out. Got him. Cracked lodestone and some dynamite. Plus 20% lightning damage. I guess I should go for poison and lightning if I can. This does 20% lightning damage, but I lose the physical damage. No, keep these here. I could just pick these up to sell. Ooh, boots of swiftness. What do you do? Immense speed of these boosts requires complete focus on every step taken. No, I'll just sell that. These look cool. They look pretty cool. Oh, that looks pretty gnarly, but it's not going to serve a purpose for me. Read this. But how you doing there, Cryo Dragoon? Well, I guess I might have been in ads and stuff. I hate how Twitch does that. How you doing there, Cryo Dragoon? I just move this here for a second. That actually made sense there. I can't do anything about the way this is set up. Okay. So we're in here. I've got more dynamite now. I've got like 2 sticks, I think. But I guess the good news is the longer I stand still and go toe-to-toe with an enemy, now that I have this miasma jacket, more it's in my favor. I feel like I don't even need this other ability that I have on my left click. Kind of just powering through here. Nothing that I'm looking to do there. I just gotta remember when I find this dude, I gotta look behind the headboard of his bed for a secret laboratory zone. Right. More dynamite. This is nice. I wonder if I explore all of down here, will I get enough dynamite to open up whatever was necessary in Act 1? Jelly. Here's some big old bees. Alright, so we're gonna go. I think we have to keep going this way. So I want to go back and just double check that I didn't miss something. Well, I guess what I could do, the easiest way to go about this would be if I go back to over here, open my little personal rift, and just go back to right over there. That's what makes the most sense. I just do it right here. Pop in here, and then I'm like, okay, I'm in Crowley's... Where is it? Hideout Rift. Holy crap, it's 9:30 already? Time flies when I'm playing this game, dude. My only concern right now with the stuff that I have going... Ooh, there's a shrine down there. The only concern I have with the build I have currently now is, like, there's so many, like, on-screen effects that I don't know which sometimes might be mine and which might be the enemies. Whoa. Oh, that's a lightning and electrocute. Lightning sphere. I might take this. Swap this out. Just because it's more geared towards lightning. I feel like I'm basically running a Thor build with everything being lightning. I just gotta get a Warhammer. And down here is where the shrine is. Offer a scan. Restore 10 devotions. What'd I pick up? No, we're good with that. And if it turns out my build is terrible, then that's on me. But so far, it's doing pretty okays. That guy's finished. So now I could do these guys because I needed 3. Oh, so these guys light up saying, hey, you can come and be a part of this now. What are you? We would start here. Yeah, start here. Fire retaliation, physique. %20 chance when hit by melee attacks. No, that's a fire-based one, basically. So now we have this down here. Physical and bleed. Cunning. This is physical and bleed. Here's a hammer. Physical and armor. Maybe the hammer. Health. Cunning. Resist. Health. We have the anvil and the hammer. So this one is starting. Defensive. Physique. Armor. This might be where I go next, is here. The anvil. Cunning, spirit, element, energy, skill cost. 30 to all damage. Whoa. So I think anvil, then owl. Pierce and cold. No, I don't think harpy's for me. Then we have the throne. No, and then we have the Wolverine. Defensive. Armor. Defensive. Armor. The Wolverine is more for like tanking, which is kind of what I'm doing. Defensive. Physique. Yeah, what's the hound? We looked at the hound before, I think it was. Physique. This is for my pets, but I don't really run pets, except for those couple. I think, yeah, the next one's going to be Anvil, and then Owl, I think. With the way things are going. I thought the Devotion map was going to be more daunting, like PoE's stuff. But it ain't half bad. It do be making sense, so. Let's go this way. Get back down to the rift. That's happening. I'm checking something over here. Okay, that's working. Back to you. Alright. Let's go find this son of a gun. I hope it's not like when I had to go fight the warden and it took like an hour extra to go find him. But he was like the big bad of the act, so I understood why that guy was hard to find. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, let me see something on this devotion thing here with... Bound to savagery. Oh, I should bind that to friggin' primal strike. Can I unbind that to something else? Yeah, that makes a little more sense. Since I seem to be doing that more often. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's much more to go. What about going through here? All taken care of. Stunned? I don't like that. Not one bit. Elemental damage. No, we'll keep what we have. Bloodstain note. We'll read that in a moment. Alright, bloodstained note. Third time this pale-skinned duo in robes, a man and a woman, has shown up at the hideout. The boss says to let them through, so I let them through. The whole camp's on edge whenever those two show up. Maybe it's their eyes. That unsettling green glow reminds me of the dead ones. Maybe I'm just agitated because the crystals chronically stuck in my back seem to vibrate whenever the duo is around. Like they're ready to rip loose. The voices I hear when I sleep are already enough to make a man tense. The others told me that they hear them too, but none of us can remember what the whispers say. Boss says it will pass, though, that it's part of ascending into the ranks of his glorious army. This new dawn of his had damn better be worth it. I don't think it is. It's never worth it when you join a cult. All right, here is, I think, where we're gonna fight. Yep, that's the door. That's the door. So we're gonna do this. The door slammed shut. That's Darius Crowley.
Can't open that.
Yep, that's when we do the thing. It's time to do the thing. Darius Crowley.
Dog has come barking. You should give up trying to act the savior. It doesn't suit you. Humanity is already doomed and a new power is rising. Get on board like I did or go extinct. Well, that's not quite true. The Ethereals will need new vessels, so I'm sure they'll keep some domesticated humans around to breed like livestock. You know, I heard you were taken when they found you. I bet your offspring would make good vessels.
Why are you after the prison?
Isn't it obvious? Devil's Crossing may be a prison, but it's like a fortress and controls the roads.
Hey there, from Krasnodar.
The Ethereals wanted to capture.
Change this up. Hold on a second. Sorry, translate to English.
Nostalgic.
Sorry. Hey there, Tomas. Doing okay. How about you? How you doing tonight?
So Bourbon's dog has come bark. Isn't it obvious? Devil's Crossing may be a prison, but it's like a fortress and controls the roads to Burwich and to the west. The Ethereals wanted to capture it, and you know, as much as I wanted out of that place, I think I've grown nostalgic for it. This time, I get to play Warden, and I intend to have some fun, just like old Krieg did. Tell you what, give me Devil's Crossing and I'll put in a word for you. Maybe get the Ethereals to keep you around as a breeder. Either that, or I'm happy to do things the painful way. Painful for you, that is.
Can't we end this stuff peacefully?
What kind of milksop did Bourbon send after me? Don't you know the name Darius Cromley? Before the Ethereals showed up, I was the biggest public menace in these parts. My name inspired nightmares in children, makes men tread quickly past dark alleys. I'll take you apart slow, piece by piece, like I did to so many victims before. I must say, I'm really going to relish this. Isn't it obvious?
Alright, this ends now. Let's fight him. Why? Oh, because I'm stuck in my silly WASD ways. How much health do you have? 95,000? That's a lot of health. Taking it. We're good. Got him. Good ration scrap mill. What is that? What's that? Crushing Cronley's Signet of Mending. Physical damage, bleeding, pierce. Sure, why not? He did a lot of that to me. Oh, a lot of like bleeding and pierce damage. Crawley's notes over there. And through here were his notes. This cluster of aether crystals appears to be the source of the corruption. Its destruction would see an end to Cronley's mad designs. You hear a faint whisper in your head as you approach it, as if a multitude of voices were calling out to you from within the shard. Destroy the lab and the crystal, or destroy it and keep a little bit for myself, is the question. I wanted part 1 first. Cronley's Notes Part 1. When the attack stopped and the Ethereals sent in their envoys, they knew they had us by the balls. All they had to do was squeeze, and any other man would have sung them a tune worthy of Irulian opera. But they never contended with Darius Cronley. They came, 2 of them, humans in robes. One thing that'd give them away was the eyes. The eyes glowed a sickly aether green. They offered me a chance to surrender, a chance to live out our lives as vessels and breeders for their growing army. I sent their heads back on spikes to see if those spirits survived that. When they came back again with new terms, well, then they were speaking my language. I was to be at a piece in their grand design, a master of my very own army of aether-empowered humans. All I had to do was pledge myself to their cause and to plant one of their crystals within the mine. The rest, they said, would be revealed in time. Why is my face so itchy? I have like a singular hair that's flopping around and it's causing chaos. That was part 1. Part 2, the Ethereals left. They are headed north to Homestead in order to squash the human resistance. Orchestrated by the damn Black Legion, I've been left to my own devices, but for one caveat: eradicate the Devil's Crossing. It is a task I will relish with great pleasure. There are so many ways I could squeeze the life out of Bourbon, but unfortunately I'll have to settle for just one. Perhaps after I behead his mangled corpse, I'll shove him full of aether shards and bring him back as a personal servant, then I can kill him over and over and over again. But first I must finish my glorious army. Another batch of aspiring followers is due to arrive within the hour. They have no idea what suffering and agony is in store for them. I sometimes wish that more would die during the procedure. The failed ones make for such entertaining playthings. Their screams echoing through the tunnels. Perhaps today I will have to slit one's throat just for good fun. This dude was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Less armor, but movement speed. Ooh, more physique. His ring. I think I only have, yeah, that should probably be where it goes. More physical damage, bleeding damage, health regen per second, attack speed, pierce resistance. I guess I'll put that over here. True, the polished emerald goes there. And then I have nothing for you. Can nothing go... Oh, there we go. What's this one? Plus armor, physical damage, retaliation. Yeah, why not? More armor. Okay. Everything but that guy has a piece. What's this? Mark of the Traveler. $55, $125. Used in boots. It tells you used in boots. Rings, head armor, rings, amulets, and medals. Looking for pauldrons. Shoulders. Hand armor. All armor. More health and constitution? Yeah. Here we go. That's my build. Alright, so let's just destroy the lab and the crystal. Uncover Darius Cromley's secret. Okay. So this part here is all done. Report to Devil's Crossing. Return to Quaid. So... we know about Elsa. We found out the truth behind what happened to her. Although I don't remember what it was. I'm sure when we talk to him, we'll say it again. Is there a faster way over there? Yeah, it looks like it. Maybe not. Okay. Cave entrance. Twin Falls? Hold up a second. We're over here? What in the fast travel did I stumble upon? Unlock that. That's all I care about. Palda, be wary, traveler. The savages living up in the Foothills have destroyed this once magnificent structure in an effort to trap their victims. With the bridge gone and the road to Smuggler's Pass washed out by storms, the way north is barred to us. Is there another way? There is one other, but you would be a fool to try it. South of here, there are ruins of the ancient city of Arkovia. There's a passage there through the Arkovian undercity that leads to the Broken Hills. Be wise to turn back. That is the realm of the cursed dead. Yeah, the remnants of the Arkovia's cursed people. Their tale is a tragic one, but none can tell it better than Amkala back at our camp near New Harbor. Thanks, I'll speak to them. Alright, so we have to go to Devil's Crossing, Old Arkova, Devil's Crossing. Go to Old Arkova first, Arkovia. Then we'll talk to this guy up here. How goes your mission? I've destroyed the forges. Yeah, iron and reputation. I can hear the commotion you've caused from here. Well done. Your payment is processed, or promised. Now I'm wondering if you would be up for a little more work. Hey there, Steven. How you doing? What'd you have in mind? Somewhere inside Cronley's hideout underneath the Foothills lies a bastard named Moneybags Martin. I already killed him. He earned his moniker by exploiting poor travelers, such as my old group. A few months ago, Martin and his band caught us on the road, demanding all our valuables. I refused, and for that, he took my eye. That was the day I left my rover elders, no longer willing to let this unforgiving world spit all over our pacifist lifestyle. Together with my brothers and sisters, we fight against our enemy instead of hiding and praying. I can't just leave them to pursue my revenge, though. That is why I'd like you to deliver my vengeance. Find Martin. Yeah, I've already done that. You are ruthlessly effective. I hope he screamed for help, his wailing unanswered in those old mine tunnels. Thank you. 1,000 and more money. Sweet. You are welcome for delivering your vengeance. I'll sleep easier knowing the psychopath is eating dirt. I may not be a good man, but I have my limits. The things Cronley did. Okay, there we go. Took care of all that. I'm doing okay. Steven, your ass. When was the... Your name is familiar, Steven. Why am I blanking on from how long ago? You have to forgive me. I must tend to the wounded. Yeah, the battle with Cronley's brutes has proven taxing on our people, I'm afraid. I'm afraid some of them won't make it through the night. We are too few to leave this camp undefended, but could you seek the wasp hives around Old Arkovia? If you bring some royal jelly, I can create an old rover remedy known to vastly accelerate healing. Why, if you do this for us, I'll happily show you how it's made. I've already got it for you. That's perfect. So royal jelly balm and the recipe for royal jelly balm. You have no idea how helpful this is. Please take some of the road for the road ahead. You'll never know when you'll need it. Okay, thanks. With how many times I finished this game, currently doing Sights and Greg, RNG. What is that? Paradox. What game are you playing? Stranger, you look well armed and capable. I've been injured by a rogue troll that's rampaging around these parts. I will end the beast's life. So I also have now a recipe. Where is that recipe? Or do I just know how to do it now? I think I just know how to do it. Alright, let's sell off all of the things I'm not going to wear. All these pants. I don't think I'm going to wear the boots either. The miasma robes were cool, but it made things too busy. I'm not a poison player. Anything marked X goes right out there. I also don't use single-handed weapons. Pauldrons I have are better for my build. No. Yeah, well, I just started this. This is the third stream playing this. I've been grinding. I played through all of Subnautica most recently. But yeah, the past couple days has been this. The past couple streams. I find it really fun, actually. This is really cool, but I don't use fire. Acid. No. This is all fiery stuff. No. Nope. Put this away. Throw. Ooh. Well, you could always watch the VODs. They're all up on YouTube. They're all here. So wait a minute. This one here. Defensive ability, fire, resistance, lightning resistance, elemental resistance, and plus to Briar Thorn. Or I give that. So what does that change? Better armor. Better health. Drastically less offensive ability. Yeah, let's just keep that the way it is. There you go. Glad I could assist with your day tomorrow. Which is actually funny because I don't stream on Wednesdays, so it's a magic ring. That's a soul shard. Anything new? Oh, there's my recipe. Royal jelly balm. Learn this. Gotta have two stashes there. Alright, so now I have to go find this thing, the troll rampage. Oh, it's right there. Cool. Oh, hi. Easy quest. Two-handed mace. Oh my god. Oh my god. His weapon, though, is massively better. Bleeding damage. This is all bleed. 100% of lightning damage converted to physical damage for savagery. So basically, this makes savagery like the go-to attack. I'm picking that up. I'm equipping that, dude. That's gnarly. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. I'm gonna go back to Devil's Crossing. Oh, Nerdy Gaming Dad. Yes. Now I know who you are, Steven. How have you been, dude? It has been quite a while.
Well,
is it finished? Darius is no more and his gang is
The
scattered.
world is a little safer today with that monster dead. Now what of Elsa?
Oh,
You
they
must
didn't
seen
have
something.
Elsa.
Damnation. Perhaps she escaped and ran for Homestead. Or maybe they sold her. I have to go back out there. If there is any chance that Elsa still lives, I have to find her. I owe her that much.
What do we do
Now that
now?
we're not in any imminent danger, we need to deal with a more subtle enemy. Starvation. Devil's Crossing is running out of food and our supply runs are coming up dry. We need a reliable source of food and we need it fast. Barnabas has some ideas as to what we can do.
Speak to Barnabas. Being a dad, I get you. Busy life and most of the time just working on your backlog during the... Yeah, dude. Look at this backlog I've accrued. I put all of the games in there. That's my completed. Hold on. Then I have my early access. I'm trying to do this thing called Tales from the Backlog, which is like games that I have gone through all of my, gone through everything, being like, hey, it's all of my, well, this is every unplayed game ever. I have 571. Out of those 571, 332 of them I want to play for sure. Oh, some of these I've already played through. I guess the dynamic list thing was weird. But yeah, I have way too many games. Way too many games. What should I try? I'm up for suggestions because I was talking to Chad earlier. Friday is my birthday. I don't know what to play or do. I figure maybe go extra long or like early on my stream. I don't know, man. I never know what to do on my birthday ever. Did it censor something out there?
Come, friend. Share a glass of clean water with
nerdy.
old Barnabas to
I just seen
celebrate your
games
victory.
****. Renee said you had a plan for the food
Right to
situation.
business then. Before the world fell apart, Burwich got his food
Actually, I don't want to go to that guy yet. I wanted to go to Steven Skinner in Devil's Crossing. Where is Steven Skinner? Steven is my name. Hey, Flowery, how you doing, buddy? Is this is Constance. Sorry if I insulted you earlier. Your origins were just a bit startling. Here that you brave dangers beyond Lower Crossing. I was wondering if you could help gather some gifs. I have. I played I played Season of the Witch, which was how many months ago did that end? It only ended recently, right? First time I ever played Diablo campaign, I think that was back in like March I played. Beat that, destroyed the end game. I started to do a little bit of the DLC, the monk thing or whatever. Was it the monk? I think it was the monk. But I kind of fell off with it. I don't know. I never really finished that. Had a lot of fun with Cyberpunk, but it's too adult to stream. It depends. You could. I think I streamed it. I think I streamed a Street Rat playthrough. Oh, Psychor, how you doing over there on Twitch? Well, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, which was back in March to April. Yeah, so I played when it was March to April for Diablo 4. Raid and run, but you gotta go. No worries, Psychor. Thank you very much, and welcome, everybody. I'm just brand new to Grim Dawn. I was itching for a new ARPG because I think I played Diablo 4, Slormancer, and Last Epoch. Slormancer was fun until the end game. Last Epoch was cool, but then again the end game got a little bit repetitive, and I kind of just fell off with it. This one is not. I don't know what the end game is like on this one. PoE 2 I played through, so I definitely like ARPGs, but this was in my collection for I don't know how long. So I figured I'd give this one a shot. But yeah, welcome everybody over on Twitch. I'm METALGAMERGEEK. I am a variety streamer, but I don't change up games every stream. I just play a different game to completion. So once I start this, I'm going to play to the completion of the campaign, then I'll pop on something new that, I've been waiting to play. Dawn is good fun. I started playing it a while ago. Yeah, it's genuinely a fun game. Yeah, I play everything from shooters to puzzle games to ARPGs to survival crafts. Survival crafts have been taking up a lot of my game catalog lately. But let me see what this is. I'm hungry. Do you have any food? Okay, this one here. Oh, what do you need? Was a seamstress before the grim dawn. Nothing special made just enough to get by. But now I see an opportunity to use my trade to make a difference around here. Well, I'd like to sew some new canopies and maybe some new clothes if there is enough fabric left. Alex and Jean deserve better than this, but if you could please gather any fabric you find. So I've gotten some fabric before. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I forgot how long you've been watching. That's back when I only played Overwatch on stream. That was like 4 to 5 years of playing nothing but Overwatch. I had fun with Dune, but then it just kind of fell flat for you. Well, I heard from somebody that they reworked the PvE, or they reworked the game so that you don't have to do any forced PvP in Dune, which now I'm enticed. But I don't know. But Titan Quest 1 I've never played it. I saw the thing about Titan Quest 2, so now I'm you know, intrigued by Titan Quest 1 because I like to play the first game before I play the second game. That's right, we used to play too. I'm sorry about that, nerdy. My brain is Swiss cheese right about now. Yeah, back before they ruined it, which was like Brigitte, or Brigitte, is how you pronounce the name. She's kind of what destroyed the game from that point on. From that point on, I realized that they really could never balance the game ever again, and that's when I started to kind of fall off with it. Then Overwatch 2 happened, and it was like, ugh. Problem with Dune is that you're forced to keep playing or else you lose everything. Yep, that's the reason why I fell out with Once Human. Once Human was a cool premise with Lovecraftian, crazy-looking enemies and a weird backstory. But, like, if you didn't play every single day or, like, stock up on enough materials to keep your base alive, you're screwed. And I'm like, if you don't respect my time, I don't respect your game, and I don't play. But, give me 1 second, I want to read this. I would like to thank you for talking me out of committing the biggest mistake of my life. We were struggling to survive, and I got desperate. My family deserves better. Thank you for showing me that hope still remains in this bleak world. I would like you to have this as a small token of our appreciation. Oh, this is the guy who was trying to burn his family alive. Skinner family seal. That's not the worst ring. Here's your family. We weren't going to last much longer out there. We all knew it. Steven just snapped one day. Thanks for the new home. My daddy seems all better too. He said there were no more good people left in the world, but now I think he's wrong. We're basically filling up the prison with refugees. But I gotta go find you fabric. Where did I collect the fabric from? A little worn, a little stained, but otherwise in good condition. Where did I pick that up? I don't recall. Okay. Like, I'm interested in Dune, I guess just because I'm a new player, but like, I would be a new player. But the fact that it's one of those games where you have to keep playing or you lose everything, it's like, I'm interested. I learn more about the game. Like, interested to play it, then it's like I learn more about the game. It's like, yeah, I'm not into that much anymore. But another game that it's a survival craft that's got, like, I played with a bunch of friends when it was in early access, was Abiotic Factor.
Come, friend. Share a glass of clean water with old Barnabas.
We played through up until a certain point because we ran out of content because it was early access. That game is so ridiculous with the amount of stuff they've added since then. It's like a survival craft Half-Life.
right to business then. Before the world fell apart,
hear
Burwich
what
got
he has
its
to
food
say.
stocks from the vast farmlands to the northwest. With a bridge repaired, we need to find a way back to Homestead. The journey will take you far to the northwest, and I haven't a clue what's out there. Start by following the road out into the Arkovian foothills, all the way through Old Arkovia. With luck, the old coastal bridge near Twin Falls still stands. If that's not an option, you'll have to look for Smuggler's Pass. It's an old smuggling route that ran through the Broken Hills. It should connect to Homestead. We must find out whether the farmlands can still support us, or if the Grim Dawn claimed them as it did Burwich. Nobody's been as far north as Homestead in months, so I can only imagine what sort of horrors
that's
have
nice.
crawled out of the mountain crags following the Grim Dawn. Stay sharp out there.
Alright, cross the bridge near Twin Falls to enter Homestead or travel through Smuggler's Pass. So that was... cross the bridge near Twin Falls or travel through Smuggler's Pass. How do we get to is that Broken Hills we have to get to? I don't know. You sunk 200 hours into Doom, and dude, if I told you the number of, because Nerdy Gaming Dad was talking about Overwatch, if I told you the amount of hours I sank into Overwatch on just one of my 7 accounts, there's a reason my brain is Swiss cheese. Dude, I uninstalled it so long ago. I don't even know where I would go to look up that information. I haven't turned on my BNet account since Diablo, or until from that point until Diablo, and then I haven't played since. I do know that on one account it was 2,500 hours. 2,500 hours playing on my main account. Their presence is less. The foul creatures proliferate in the wilds. The restless spirits walk the world. No less dangerous are the desperate and depraved humans stalking the roads, preying upon the weak. Okay. That was one account. And then with Overwatch back then, you had to play an account to level 20 or 25, I think, before you could do competitive, which meant easily another, like, 50 some odd hours per account. So that's another 6 accounts, so that's another 300 hours, so that's 2,800 hours. And then I did play competitive with those accounts, so at least 2,800 hours. And that's not like turn the game on and let it sit on the thing. It was counting minutes spent in competitive, so that plus queue times plus everything else. So portion of my life was dedicated towards that, and I hate it. Playing, I've seen RuneScape, and it kind of intrigues me. But if I go back to here, and I look at my library, right? If I go to my profile, let's see, hours spent in games. Cookie Clicker we could ignore because that was an idle. 477 in Destiny 2. Valheim is 435. DRG is 425. No Man's is an even 4. Wayfinder I sank a ton of time into. But yeah, I've got a number of games that easily clear 100 hours. Easily. Graveyard Keeper, that was a good game too. But yeah. That's just on Steam. That's just on Steam. Whoa. Usually Wayfinder just never decided to pay. Wayfinder is actually pretty good. Like, despite the trouble that it had, it went from being a live service game, MMO style live service game, to a, like, looter. It was really good. It was like a ARPG looter game. Very good. I was involved with it since the beta days, and it was so good. But I see the time now, and I definitely have to be winding down, which sucks because Psychor just raided over here. Well, he raided about a couple minutes ago. So I never want to end on like someone raided. Bye-bye. But I think enough time has passed where I can call it here for the night. But almost 4. What's D3? Oh, Diablo 3, 2,500 in Diablo 4, but almost 10K on Borderlands 2. Really? 10,000 hours on Borderlands 2? Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, you definitely win. You definitely win. But it is definitely time for me to call it here for tonight because I recorded a bunch of videos that I still have to like edit and encode and put up on YouTube. So I'm going to do that as soon as I end the stream here. Because I'm trying to create a backlog of videos so I don't have to keep doing them like the day before. But thank you guys for hanging out. The most you got combined is 7,000 in NMS. Jeez. 7K. Played it since release on 360, then Steam. Ah, so that's combined across everything. I got you. I can understand that. That is fantastic. Dedicating that much to a game. Are you excited for Borderlands 4? Because I know I am, actually. The more that I see about it. But, anyway. Gotta wrap up. I don't know why I keep asking questions that encourage conversation when I'm trying to wrap up. But anyway. Paradox, I hope everything goes well with your surgery. I will not be on tomorrow. I will talk to you on Thursday, as will everybody else. We'll pick up where... was it tomorrow, or was it another day? I thought it said what? My brain is Swiss cheese, dude. Let's see. Is anybody on right now that I could throw? Well, you correct my incorrectness. No one's on. Is anybody even playing Grim Dawn? No, just me. In all of YouTube, nobody's playing Grim Dawn. That's funny. Put this back up here. Your cutting is tomorrow. Okay, gotcha. So, I hope everything goes well with that. Look at me now. I'm a big old brute boy. Nothing about this gear and this setup screams shaman to me, but it's what's been working so far. But thank you everybody for hanging out. If you're on Twitch, do not forget to drop a follow. If you're on YouTube, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell. You get alerted when I go live on YouTube and when I post content, which is every weekday around 12 noon. Thank you for being here. I'll be back on Thursday, as tomorrow was my night off. Picking up where we left off on Grim Dawn. And still trying to figure out what to do for Friday for the birthday. Whether it's going to be an early stream, double stream, whatever. But take care, everybody. Have a good one. And I will see you then. Bye.